What's up guys? Today it's another video of brick production, and for this video I will showcase you how to make a World War I realistic trenches with a few good techniques that you might want to use for your own build. So let's not waste any time and let's get it. Okay, so for the first step you want to take any base plate, but I recommend you that it should be at least 16 by 16, like the one I'm going to use for this video. And so the first brick you want to put on it are some brown plate to cover the entire outline, like one like that, another like you see, and then everything, and then fill out the middle that is not going to be see from any side with regular plates you have laying around, so you can conserve brown part for later. For step 2 you're gonna want to listen closely, as it is the most important one of them all, because we're going to make the support wall for the trenches so that realistically it doesn't fall on the soldier. So the first thing you want to do is take a few brick, two 1x1 reddish brown brick and one modified reddish brown brick, and stack them like that, and then put two small 1x1 plate at the bottom so that it's high on the ground for the reason I'm going to explain in a few bit. For the other pillar at the end you wanna do the same things, but just not a modified brick, as you don't need it. After that you're going to want to place a few tile on the bottom so you cover the not right color base plate, like the green as I'm using, but like you can use any other color. And then it's going to be the most important part, the wall. You're gonna want to take a few of these 1x4 modified brick that are called log, as they seem like wood, and by stacking them 1x1 like that of the entire length between the two support pillars, you're going to make a wall that seems like one made of log. But you also need to put a 1x4 plate before here so that it is exactly the same length as the two pillars, so that there's no gap in between. Okay, so now that you have finished making the wall, it should look a bit like that. The log seem to be supporting the trenches, and we're gonna make the outside now. So you take any brick you want, like a 2x4, some 1x2, and then make it all around until it's reaching the pillar on top, like that. The entire outline that isn't on the trenches, the interior of the trenches you wanna have. Okay, so now after that you have finished raising the wall of the exterior of the trenches, you want to put two special brick that are actually just two 2x4 plate stacked on top of each other with a 2x3 plate. And this would be useful for later, because we're gonna now put a support pillar in the center that is hollow, because we're going to put plate on top so that it's not just entire brick, and it's going to save a lot for other build if you want. Okay, so now that you have finished making and putting the support pillar in the center of the muck, you're going to want to put the plate next so that it covers everything and make it look nice. So the first are going to be the plate you put to stabilize the support wall, like this and like this, and then you're going to want to cover the entire rest of the thing with plate, but leave one stud lower than the rest, like that, and that, and like that. Okay, so now that you have finished putting all the plate on top, you're going to want to do the last part of making a trenches. You want to decorate it with a little bit of detailing. So what you could do is put different plate on top to make a little bit of a more interesting terrain or anything like that. You can also put some color plate, like some dark bluish gray plate that are rock as such. You can also put what I recommend the most, putting some barbed wire, like as many as you can. Those are made from a chain and two cylinder part. Again in reddish brown. You can also put a little bit of dead tree, like this or this. And you can also put what is mud. What I use for mud is like those flat tile in dark tan, and I spread them in such pattern that it look really like mud that is on the ground. But if you do this many times and try to fill the most without making it so like alive, your trench is going to be good. So now if you followed closely all the steps, this means that now your trenches is finished and that you can now populate it with some crate, some guns, maybe even some fire or some explosion, and the most important step of all, put some minifigure, because even though it's a trench, you still need to have a bit of life in it. Okay, now the video is finished and I hope you liked this tutorial. If you did, please leave a comment, a like, and subscribe if you want to see more, because I'm going to make more and I'm going to take requests from the comment section. Anyway, I'll say this is maybe a bit too late, but Happy New Year. I hope y'all stay safe and have a great health, and goodbye.